In its fourth year, Nuevo Bazaar is back and bigger than ever. The shabby chic downtown flea market has a variety of unique items and local charm that shows the true essence of Tucson.
With vendors selling a mix of everything from antiques, collectibles, art, accessories in this riding crop here that range from vintage to mid-century to modern, you're sure to find a gem. And Tina Reisler and Tom Willett are here to tell us more. Guys, thank you so much for coming.
It's great to be here. Thanks.
Good to see you.
Of course, the first thing people are going to notice are all these wonderful things on this table. So tell us a little bit about the items that are going to be at the bazaar.
So this is just a small taste of what's possible. We don't know exactly what people are going to bring.
Until it shows up and they take it out of the boxes and they're like, oh, wow, what's this stuff?
So many cool things already. So tell us a little bit about the event itself.
The Tim Hagyard started the event a couple years ago, and we just have all been busy working on other things, and we haven't had time to put it together. But it's a bunch of close-knit group of people that kind of know each other, and different artists and people that collect stuff, and you end up buying a whole bunch of stuff you think is neat, and then you're like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? And we're like, time to sell it,
Well, and maybe someone doesn't know exactly the premise of like a bazaar and exactly what goes into that. So that is kind of a good explanation. It's just, people are coming with different, everything. Look, even what we have on this set, it's everything from the mask I have in my hand all the way down to ducks in a basket. It's going to be everything.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff there. And the thing you won't find there, most of this is older stuff, that's like, it's not like a bunch of like mass-produced stuff from China or something like it's all old stuff that's really finely crafted and really well made. So the interesting thing that I find is so interesting about the stuff is like a lot of times you don't know the story behind it until you actually get something and you start doing the research and like, wow, this is interesting. Like those cowboy boots down there, they're from Hire Cowboy Boot Company, which is the first company that actually made a cowboy boot in the 1800s, and I'm like, I didn't know that until I got the boots. And then I'm like, well, let's see what the story is on these people. And you look it up and you learn all kinds of interesting information.
I think the common thread is art and history. And it's very cool that we're in the downtown Arts and Warehouse district. And our footprint right there at the corner of 7th and 7th kind of cultivates different artistic people. So that's also what makes the art unique. For instance, Tom here is a photographer, so we have a nice vintage camera that I'm sure he knows the provenance of better than most people. And so when you buy it, you're buying something that's pre-qualified and researched and intriguing.
And interesting.
Yeah.
And you're not going to find it at the mall.
Yeah.
Not that you can't find some stuff at the mall.
That's what I love about it. There's so many items that'll appeal to anybody. I mean, the number one group that I think of are hipsters. I mean, they're going to eat this stuff up. So who are the people who are organizing? What are the groups that are coming together and making this possible?
A couple of the people, my friends, David Olson, who runs Zocalo magazine, he has a table or a booth, and I don't know what, you don't know what people are going to be selling, but I know his wife makes really interesting fine art prints, and so last time she was selling prints. And another friend of mine, Matt Yates and Rosanna Salonia, which are also artists here in town, and they have an eclectic bunch of fine art antiquities that they'll be bringing. And
Jerry Schuster's a big dealer of mid-century stuff and very knowledgeable and actually moves a lot of product in and out of Tucson, which mid-century is very trendy, especially in the Southwest California. So if you're a fan of that, it's a great place to find it because he'll have a huge cache of stuff that he's been holding on to.
Exactly.
And that's what I was going to kind of ask. Is there something maybe unique about the resale here just specifically for Tucson? I know we have a lot of history even just here within the town.
Well, it's kind of a weird city if you're into that buying and reselling because a lot of people move here having divested of their things. And so it's not a typical yard sale community like other markets where people have lived in the same house for 50 years.
100 years or something like that. But every once in a while you hit on some house that's like, has all stuff from the 40s to, to like the 60s, and it's all just kind of like an archive or something. And like at estate sales or other places like that where we come up with this stuff.
Yeah, since we do have a senior aging population that's pretty significant, the stuff that they hold on to is usually pretty cool too. It's not, just junk. It's worthwhile.
Yeah.
And then the more you get immersed in it, the more you see it.
Yeah, you start collecting, and in this day of age, I mean, there's so many things that are mass-produced. It's a way that you can get something that's unique, that's one of a kind.
And better quality, sadly to say.
That's right.
Even when you travel now, you tend to find a lot of the same old, maybe made in China. And you think you're going to a unique place and buying unique things, and it's the same old, but old souvenirs, 20, 30, 40 years old, they're authentic, handmade in that region, and they're better quality. That's more fun.
So you never know what you're going to find until you come out there and you start looking
We promise
through stuff.
it'll be good, though.
Yeah, and of course, I always say all of us have that one person in our life where we're like, I just never know what to get them. You know, they have everything. They probably don't have something that they're, you know, that's going to be at this bazaar. So this is that person you're looking for.
Exactly, and Valentine's Day is coming up, so you
Be
never know.
very
You might find a
thoughtful.
great gift for your sweetheart.
Well, I love this. Thank you guys so much for bringing some of these items. I said it's so eclectic. It kind of reminds me of like a movie or something that I'm looking at. I think this is a great opportunity for people to come out and learn the stories behind the items. So thank you guys.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Everyone is invited to the Nuevo Bazaar downtown flea market tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. downtown. For more information, you can also search for Nuevo Bazaar on Facebook, of course.